When Harry started school, obviously it was hugely important that we worked very closely with Harry's mum and dad to talk about what they felt and what we knew would need to be provided for Harry. Teaching assistant support was in place for Harry, and we had a teaching assistant within school who had worked with a child with Down syndrome previously and obviously had the expertise. So it was very important for us that we used that expertise within school and were able to deploy that member of staff to work with Harry. We talked a lot with Harry's parents about personal and social skills and his personal needs around toileting, around eating. It wasn't just the academic, it's the whole child. It's every single aspect of that child's life and how we can best overcome any barriers to make sure that they're fully included. So it was really important for us. As I say, they had been the key educators up to that point, and it's a journey that we're going on together now with open lines of communication to ensure that we're working together for the benefit of Harry.
I think, as with any child with additional learning needs, it's meant that we've worked closely with his parents to get as much information as we possibly can. They've been really helpful at giving us lots of help and advice from the Down Syndrome Association, and we've had lots of help from the specialist teacher Lindsay Jenkins from County, who's worked really closely with me, which has meant we've been able to put some programmes in place to help Harry settle into the routines of full-time education, and it's given him a nice structure to his class day.
Inclusion is paramount in all schools. All children should have the opportunity to feel included within their mainstream setting where they are able to. Obviously within those environments there may need to be some adaptations, or the child may need enhanced opportunities to outside professionals, but absolutely I do feel that pupils should feel included within a school environment, whether they're in mainstream, an SDF or a more specialised setting.
We've tried lots of different strategies to try and find really what works for Harry. So we've developed like a post-box strategy which Harry uses in his social and communication group outside of school when he goes to speech therapy, where we give him a photo of a member of staff and he goes to find that person then and works with that person, and when he's finished working with that adult he can post their picture through a letterbox. He gets his high five and he knows he can then go and choose an activity, and I think it gives him more of a focus. He understands what you're expecting him to do to ensure really he's taking part in the activities you want him to take part in.
I think what an inclusive school does is it looks very carefully at the individual needs, not only of an additional learning needs child, but of all children in the school. And when you've got that ethos of that equity of experiences, and you've got the ethos of the care and the understanding and treating each child as an individual, then that inclusive ethos is of huge benefit to all the children in the school, and also the way that teachers work together in creative ways to meet the needs of all the children is very easy to accomplish when you've got a very inclusive school.
We've got a really lovely relationship with his parents, as has our teaching assistant that works with Harry. We've got a class book that we write in, so every day we write what Harry's been doing in school, and also they write in Harry's news over the weekend. Then it gives us a nice communication between home and school.
To implement such an environment, it's really to do with the ethos of the school, and the ethos of the school is a very caring and understanding place.
Oh, Harry's come on leaps and bounds since September. He's really settled into full-time school and the routines of the class. He's really enjoys. Harry's favourite time of day is when he comes in first thing in the morning, and he loves our help ahead you and register time, where we've got a really lovely clear routine and structure, and he often likes to get up and prompt me of what we're going to do next, and he loves to get involved. I think Harry is very included in our classroom, and we always make sure every activity is differentiated for Harry to achieve, and I think that's the most important thing, is making sure he is included. I think you've definitely got to be flexible, and I think what works one day for Harry you might need to change the next day, and I think you've got to work with that, and you've got to know the strengths of the child, as long as you know what they engage in, and you can almost direct them then positively. Like with Harry, if you know that things he likes, like he loves playing with the dinosaurs in the classroom, he'll often do an activity if he knows then next he can have the dinosaurs to play with.
Being a truly inclusive school strengthens the school community for all children. It ensures that the school community supports and addresses the individual needs of every child within the school, ensuring that we are learning, laughing and achieving together.